What's up, guys? It's Fearless Leader Gage here. I wanted to take a moment to show you a little bit about our scheduling process. It's very easy, very quick. This should be a 2 or 3 minute long video, but I wanted to go through and kind of show you what it looks like. Okay, so from here, the POC portal, which if you're seeing this video, you're probably already here. From the POC portal, what I want you to do is click right here where it says Appointment Scheduler. Okay, very simple again. And this is how you will schedule appointments for everything going forward. Okay, that means if you need to schedule time with me, if you need to schedule a customer appointment, whatever the case may be, this is where I want you to schedule it. Okay, so very important, very first step. If you're calling a time zone that's not Eastern time, let's say you're calling someone in the Panhandle and their time zone is Central time, well, you need to change it right here, okay, guys? So keep in mind this includes all the time zones that are available in the United States. Right now, we're focusing mostly on the Central time zone as well as the Eastern time zone. So those are going to kind of be your two primaries, but in the future, we may move a little bit further west, get into that Arizona time zone, maybe even Pacific and Mountain time zone. So just keep that in mind, all right, guys? But for now, we're going to focus on Eastern time. So you click on Eastern time. It's the default. Click continue. Now you notice at the top it says duration 60 minutes. Customers don't need to know that per se. We don't want to kind of forward and lean with that. We just want to tell them it's a quick call. Okay, we schedule out 60 minutes because I may need to do some research after or send some follow-up information after. So it gives me a little bit of a bereavement between each appointment. Cool. So from here, you just select the date and time that they're available to meet. I keep my calendar updated. So for instance, I'm actually going to be gone, on Thursday and Friday. So it doesn't show Thursday and Friday, right? Makes sense. Cool. So from here, my next available appointment right now is going to be Monday, December 17th. So you just click on that. The next available time, the earliest is 11 a.m. Then you get 12 p.m., 2 p.m., et cetera, et cetera. If the time is not on here, guys, extremely important. Don't tell them I can meet with them, okay? If they say I can only meet at this time on this date, say, okay, thank you for the info. Let me talk with my, director Gage, see if he's able to meet, and then I'll get back in touch with you. If I can move some things around to meet with them, then I'll make it work. If I can't, don't promise that I can. I've had some instances in the past. It's just not the best look because I've had to move appointments due to not being able to make it, and it just doesn't look good, right? So once you click on the appointment, it's going to pop up here, tell you the time. It reconfirms that you're doing it for Eastern time. Click OK. All right, here's where we need all that information. Now, this one does provide you a few more boxes for more information. It's very important that you fill out every box. If you notice a little asterisk next to it, it's because every one of those boxes must be filled out in order to continue. Cool. So we'll go through it real quick, but we'll just call this one Helping Hands Chiropractic. Cool. Business and city, we'll just say Orlando, Florida. Who did you talk to? Now, this is the person that you spoke to on the phone. So let's say you called and you spoke with, office manager John. And John scheduled the appointment for the business owner or the decision maker. And that'll be a little bit different. Okay, so you spoke with John, the office manager. All right, oops, sorry about that. John, office manager, OM, office manager, however you want to put it, doesn't matter. If it is a secretary, we really do not want you to schedule appointments with secretaries or with front desk folks. The reason being is those are the gatekeepers for the doctors, and 9 times out of 10, if the doctor is not the one that told you to schedule it, then they are likely not going to show up for the call. Wastes my time. You don't get paid. Nobody's happy, right? So we don't want that. Specifically, make sure you talk to a decision maker or you have some sort of confirmation from an office manager, not the front desk person, unless they say, yeah, I'm a decision maker, or the doctor would definitely be interested, and maybe they step away to talk to him and they say the doctor's interested in talking to you, they just want to schedule it with me. Okay, cool, go ahead and schedule it. But unless the decision maker tells you or tells someone to schedule the appointment, don't schedule it. You're going to waste your time. and just let them know that if it's not a good time to verify the appointment, that you can call back at a later date. And then honestly, guys, just move on. You can call them back if you get around to it again, or if you don't find another partner in that area. But at the end of the day, we don't want to be hassling with trying to get through gatekeepers when I call. That's kind of why we, book through you guys, is to get past that first level of gatekeeper, so that it's more of a soft warm off, or a soft warm handoff to the next person, which is typically a decision maker, meaning the business owner or the doctor. Okay. So very important. So you spoke with John. He's the office manager. He's not a decision maker, but he spoke with the doctor. Let's call him Dr. Jane, right? He spoke with Dr. Jane Doe, and Jane Doe said, yes, I would love to chat with him a little bit more about getting some new patients driven to our practice, and hearing a little bit more about that free offer, free trial that they give. So Dr. Jane Doe is going to be at the appointment. That's who it's with. Now, very important here, guys. Let's say you spoke with John. John's actually a decision maker. So if I'm meeting with John, when I call back, then John's information needs to go here. If I'm meeting with Dr. Jane Doe, then Jane Doe's information needs to go here. If I'm meeting with both of them, then just put John and Dr. Jane Doe, right? So let's just say that's the situation here. So John and Dr. Jane Doe. Okay. And the doctor or business owner's name, we want that regardless. If you have it, if you don't have it, just put NA like that. Oops. Sorry. NA. Cool. Just put that there if you don't have the doctor or business owner's name, because some of our lead generation scrapers don't pull that info, and we don't want to make it awkward. So if you have it, cool. If not, don't really need it. No big deal. Doctor or business owner's email address. So we want to get the email address for whoever basically is going to be on the call, because we're going to need to send them a Zoom invite so that they're able to see our screen. Cool. So extremely important that you get whoever's going to be on the call's email. So in this case, it's going to be John and Jane Doe. We're going to be using John's computer. So we'll say John at, helpinghandschiropractic.com, right? HHC.com, which that actually may be a real thing. So I don't want to use that, but let's just say for now we'll put it as no@gmail.com, whatever, doesn't matter. If they refuse to give an email, just let them know that on the call, we can't really show them and verify things with them without giving them the ability to see our screen. We can move forward without it, but try to kind of give that one extra little push to let them know, like, hey, we can really show you a whole lot better if you provide us that email. And know that we don't send you any advertising, no marketing. We're not signing you up for any newsletter. This is literally just for the purpose of this call, right? And then if the call goes well and we keep your email on file, that's because we're communicating with you about future business. If it doesn't go well, we don't partner with one another. We don't bother you anymore. That's all there is to it. Cool. So we're going to put no@gmail.com. You confirm the email here, even though it's not a real email, whatever. For this, you just want to put the phone number, 1516. Very important, guys. A lot of folks have scheduled appointments and they just put the phone number that they called to get in touch with the doctor, and we don't want that, okay? We very specifically want you to ask for a confirmed phone number to reach the doctor or decision maker on, okay? Ask a question like, what would be a good number for Gage to call to reach the doctor? Or what would be a good number for Gage to call to reach John? And verify that with them. If they say that number, perfect. If they don't, if they say, oh, well, we're going to call his personal cell phone, or here's his direct line, then put that number there. Because if I can't get a hold of him, we can't pay you. And again, nobody's happy. So not great. Now, here's something kind of new you guys have probably not seen before. Do they have any patient or new patient offers? And please describe, okay? This is something we specifically want you to ask for in your calls. On your script, it even kind of explains that at the very top. Like, do you guys have any new offers for patient? Or I'm sorry, do you have any offers for new patients? If they say, yes, we do, then type out a little bit of details about that new patient offer. If they say they don't, then just put no new patient offers, right? Okay, so in this case, they do. So just put yes. We'll say, $39 for first appointment, right? That's all we need. We just want to know. And then this is how you get paid. We want you to put your name here in the appointment setter's full name, right? You're the appointment setter, so therefore this should be your name. In this case, I'm doing it, so I'm going to type Gage Kidd. And my call notes is that I spoke with John. John spoke with Dr. Jane Doe. Jane Doe is going to be joining us on the call. So I'm just going to write a quick summary of the appointment. Say, spoke with John, office manager John. He spoke with Jane Doe. And John will be on the call. Now, if you have anything else pop up, anything like, I don't know, if they say something like, oh, if we don't answer, just leave a voicemail and we'll call right back, then put that in there. Or if they say, if they don't answer, shoot them a text message, so then put that in there. Or, any variation of things that is relevant and important to your conversation or to me getting hold of the doctor, that's where we want you to write it. Never be negative about this, because doctors can see these notes. Always be very professional when you write anything in any of these spots. That's kind of where we want you to be. We're trying to work out a way to where, this information does not go through to doctors, but for the time being, just assume doctors see this information. So be very professional. Keep your punctuations fairly reasonable. I mean, commas go a long way, especially for me. You see how I capitalized the things that needed to be capitalized, and I, made all my notes look really good. For me, that helps a lot because it helps me understand the, information a little bit better. So take that extra little step, put the periods, put the commas. I know it sounds silly, but please do, okay? And capitalizations, keep everything uniform. I don't like to see things like this. Yes, for $39. Yes, $39 for first appointment. Like, I don't want to see that, right? I want to see, yes, comma, but with a capital Y because it's the beginning of a sentence, right? It's professional, right? And again, doctors see this, so please take that little bit of extra time and just make sure your punctuation and grammar is correct, okay? Moving on. So when you're done with all this, you verified all this information is correct, go back through it real quick with whoever's on the phone. Be very fast, though, because a lot of times they're busy. They've got other stuff going on. So just say, I really quick want to confirm this with you. Go through the important things. Go through, the business name. You don't have to unless you really want to, because every single person on there should have a business name, if I'm not mistaken. It might not hurt. Verify the business name is fine. I don't think that should be a problem. Verify the business name, verify who the appointment is going to be with, verify the email, and verify the phone number, right? That's all we need you to verify. That's the most important information. Without that information verified, I can't really do my job, and you don't get paid, and nobody's happy, right? So once you're done, finalized booking, I get an email, as you've just heard, and you're done. You can go on calling more people. Now, keep in mind another important fact. We only want you to book one appointment per city, or 2 appointments maximum per city, as long as they're about 10 miles apart, which is fine. And then that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will do my best to help you out, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon.